champions and we deserve this. We rose to the moment, and here we are.
Welcome to the Long Distance Playbook. My name is Chris. We are live with two of my favorite guys. We're missing one. We got Jay in Italy. We got Jeff in good old Tampa, Florida. And our fourth co-host is currently in the UK on vacation. Shout out to Mace, right?
K-pop duty. K-pop duty.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. So we're not even gonna waste no time. We finna go all in. We're gonna talk some NBAs, definitely some March Madness and opening day in MLB. But first, it's time. It's that time for the Red Carpet Report with our football expert, Jeff. You got it, Jeff.
Right. Welcome back to the Red Card Report. We're going to make sure you get your money's worth just like everybody should when you get your red card. So without further ado, first, we're going to talk about a little bit about the World Cup qualification, where we are now. So out of the European teams, we got 12 out of 16 that have qualified. There were some games a couple days ago, which will bring us into the last 8. And out of those 8 teams, 4 teams will qualify for the World Cup in 2026 to be hosted by U.S., Canada, and Mexico. The games at hand right now: Italy versus Bosnia, Sweden versus Poland, Turkey versus Kosovo, and Denmark versus Czechia. The one that sticks out to me, obviously, is the Italy one. When I was younger, Italy was that team, right? When you went to go watch the World Cup, Italy was guaranteed to be there. Italy with Brazil and Germany and Holland and Argentina, it was never a question. But if Italy fails to qualify, this will be the 3rd World Cup in a row that they've missed. That's 12 years without Italy, who used to be one of the European giants. So that would be something to see if they weren't able to qualify there. You see the 3 out of 3 candidates have already qualified from the North American, Central America, Caribbean area. Africa's got theirs. Asia has theirs. South America has theirs. Oceania has theirs. And then the Interconfederation playoff winners. So you have 2 games: Jamaica versus Congo, Bolivia versus Iraq. So that will make the field of 45. It'll be interesting to see, once the field is solidified, where the brackets fall and which matchups and which teams. And obviously, we're all going to be interested to see the group of death, which is, always fun to watch. You'll end up getting a group that has France, Brazil, Morocco, and then like Qatar. So Qatar's going home. They there for the show to enjoy. They're playing 3 games and then they are on the fastest thing home. We'll be interested to see that. Moving on from World Cup qualification. So Champions League, we are at the quarterfinals now. And here's the games that'll start April 7th and April 8th. And the return legs will be the following week. So you have Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. For me, this is a game that's fit for the championship, or at least the semifinals. But because the way the brackets are made, it's happening now in the quarters. Personally, I think Bayern has the better team. But with Vinny Jr. and Mbappe, you never know, because Real Madrid, and I like Thibaut Courtois. I think on his day, he is the best keeper in the world. So I think Bayern has the better overall team, but uh, the dynamic players on Real Madrid could obviously cause some problems for Bayern Munich. So that will definitely be one to watch. The other game, Sporting versus Arsenal. Arsenal winning. They were the top team in the qualification for Champions League. Um, Top team in Premier League right now. Sporting is that team that no one's really been talking about. So it'll be interesting to see that matchup, but I expect Arsenal to win there. PSG versus Liverpool. For me, PSG, Liverpool's been so inconsistent. Um, Very, very disappointed to they look really good sometimes, they look really poor sometimes. So for me, PSG is the team to beat in this one. And then Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. Yesterday, I would have said Barcelona, but Mina just got hurt on international duty. He's out for 5 weeks. Hold on. Don't know what just happened. Right. Um, yeah, Rafinha just got hurt for Barcelona, which really hurts their team, their creativity, and their goal scoring. So Atletico Madrid has been known to give Barcelona fits. They eliminated them in the La Liga. Chris, if you don't, all right. So I'm going for the upset here. I think Atletico Madrid will win here. So, all right, moving on. It's international break for all the major leagues in Europe. So we'll take a look at the Premier League table right now. Again, Arsenal up, and they're up by 9 points. Now, City has a game in hand. They can bring it to 6, and they also play Arsenal. Assuming they win, they can make it 3. And I would love to see that because I would love to see if Arsenal can hold serve for their last 7 games of the season, or will they choke down the stretch? It's been a long time since Arsenal's won won the Premier League. I think like 2004, 2006. It's been a while. So, um, me personally, I want to see destruction. I'd love to see them choke. That's just me personally. And then bottom 3 teams, you see West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. So Wolves for me gone, Burnley gone, West Ham and Tottenham at 17th and 18th. These are 2 perennial Premier League teams. I've already, in the prior episodes, I've talked about how much money goes in the Premier League and how much money these teams get. But it's not just the teams, it's also all the surrounding businesses. It's equivalent to the Cleveland Cavs when LeBron was there and then LeBron left and went to Miami. And the amount of money that was lost to not just the team, but to the environment surrounding the stadium. West Ham or Tottenham is like the 6th richest team in Europe or something to that effect. So for them to be close to relegation is something significant. West Ham, another one, huge stadium. Both Tottenham and West Ham have huge stadiums. I think they both hold over 60,000 people. If they were to get relegated, I mean, we're talking easy 200 million pounds. So probably 350, 360 million dollars, just like that they lose. And they're going to have to sell a lot of their players because their players are going up to play in a higher league. So this coming down the stretch, the last 7 games, it will be real interesting. So in Serie A, international break, got Inter, who's basically been winning the league all year long, pretty comfortably. AC Milan behind them, so crosstown rivals 1 and 2. Napoli 3, who were last year's champs. The surprising team is Como. And as a Premier League, as a Chelsea fan, Como's coach, Cesc Fabregas, he has shown that he is one of the phenomenal newer coaches in the world of football. Como is a team that I'm surprised they're in Serie A. and he has done a fantastic job where he has them in fourth in an actual Champions League spot. So for me, um, you know, big stuff there. Um, I just think that I don't know if it's maybe too soon for Como because Juventus and AC and AS Roma, both of those teams are huge perennial Champions League teams. It'll be interesting to see if Como can hold serve there. But like I said, the job done by Cesc Fabregas with coaching this team is, second to none. It's been a phenomenal year for that team. All right, going into Germany, or I should just say the Bayern Munich Invitational. Like it's literally Bayern Munich's to lose. They're going to walk away with this. It's really not even a consideration in my opinion, right? Yeah, Bayern, Borussia Dortmund second, Stuttgart and Leipzig. So Hoffenheim in fifth because they'll be fighting with Leipzig for a Champions League spot. But again, this is Bayern Munich walking away with this league. They have players coming back and healthy, even though they did pick up a couple injuries, but nothing severe. And yeah, so for me, they'll walk away with the league. They'll be just fine. They're going to be focused on the Champions League and Real Madrid in about a week's time. And then finally in Spain and La Liga, you have Barcelona top, 4 points clear of Real Madrid. This one will come down to the end of the season, but I don't see. We'll see. With Rafinha being hurt for Barcelona, they may drop points, and I think they do play Real Madrid one more time in the season, so we'll see there. But it's usually always between these two teams here, and probably bigger to see who's going to get relegated from here between Mallorca, Levante, and Oviedo. But Barcelona, Real Madrid, they're probably focused. Yes, they're focused on winning the league, but they're also focused on Champions League as well. So keeping players healthy, winning games. At this point, it's just a survive and advance type scenario. One game at a time, survive and advance, move on to the next one. So. And then signing off, before we sign off on the red card report, no to racism, respect the game, respect individuals. Enough is enough. You got to put an end to that. I'm going to keep signing off on this note right here because it continues to be a problem, which I don't feel is being addressed in the manner it should be by the powers that be, UEFA, FIFA, et cetera, et cetera. No to racism. That's it for the red card report.
Well, so we lost Jay. He having some technical difficulties, but he should be popping back in here shortly. But until then, hey, Jeff, you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It is time for the lightning round.
Let's go.
So, on today's lightning round, let me get my situation straight here. Yeah, it's funny. We just discussed this too. Baseball opening day this week, it went down. Right? There was only really one upset. Really. That was Houston losing. Didn't expect that. Couldn't see it. Didn't want to see it.
Didn't want to see
it. Didn't want to see it. I lost a little money on that. Right? That's okay. That's okay. Opening day. Cry about it later.
Yeah, I think Houston, they're not the same team they were about 2-3 years ago.
Well, you're right. Houston starts slow.
Yeah.
And then they gradually pick it up. Right? That's the one thing I can definitely say about Houston. We already know the Dodgers going to be the Dodgers.
Facts.
If they lose these first 3-4 games, they lose a game, ain't nobody complaining. Ain't nobody's crying because they got so much talent and so much depth that they can recover. Now, going into if they make it, they go into May with a losing record, then we might have to talk about some things. We're gonna have a lot of baseball to talk about there.
It
On
won't
why.
happen. It won't happen.
Exactly. We know it won't happen.
No, they got too much talent. They got too much talent on that team. That roster.
Well, they're gonna have to do something with these salary caps because
Why? Fundamentally, and look, all jokes aside.
No.
No.
It's nerve.
No, it's not. It's not even a nerve. Here's what I'm gonna say. Do you like, or would you like, for someone to put an arbitrary cap on how much money you can make?
No.
So then why?
But you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
Okay, I get it. It's a sport. You're getting paid to play. You should be paid what you're worth, right? Do you agree?
Absolutely. You should get paid what you're worth.
What you're worth. But some of these contracts are now getting to the point of I'm waiting for the first $1 billion player.
Yeah, but so here's the thing though. If we're worried about how much the players are making, and this is how I will always dumb it down to anyone who doesn't know sports. They see a contract and they're like, ooh, how in the world can they afford, that contract? Like,
here it comes.
I'm just saying, like, Atani.
Go ahead and say it.
However much the players make, the owners are making more. 1,000% guarantee on that.
That is true. But what I'm waiting on you to say, and I think you're trying to avoid it, is deferment.
Well, no, hey, I don't have any problem with the Bobby Bonilla treatment. My man getting paid $1 million every June 26th for 30 years?
July something.
Or something, whatever it was. I'm just kind of like, I don't have any issue with it.
But here's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying it that small market can't do it or big markets can do it, right? But if I'm a top-notch ball player, right? And I ain't been top-notch in a long time. I ain't been top-notch in a long time. But if a top-notch ball player is getting his hometown price is not discounted. This is top of the market. He can't, these cities can't compete with deferred payment.
But they can do it themselves.
Yeah, but think about it. Let's say Jeff here, who is born and raised. What I mean by born and raised is you was drafted by Tampa Bay Rays, right?
Evans, please.
You were drafted by Tampa Bay Rays. You played there through your rookie contract, through your arbitration years, and now you're a true free agent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really want to leave Tampa, but the money that's being offered to you is so substantial that you can't turn it away.
Right.
So,
but here's the first part. How long do people actually they stay on teams? How long do they actually until they actually become free agents? How long did the Rays have me?
I think it's 7 years.
It's like
it's an astronomical number.
That's right. So it's like you have control over me for 7-8 years before I actually become a true free agent.
Now
you better make good use of me while I'm here.
Yeah. Now in baseball, right? They got all these rules, and don't get me wrong. I like seeing my guys play with my team, but if the team sours on you, and now you relegated into the minor leagues or deep on the bench and only situational. You know, that's truly driving your market down. So don't get me wrong. I'm looking at it like this: if you're gonna pay, if you want to cut the money, the cap the money, shrink the contracts for them rookie years. Don't
Okay.
have them going to arbitration.
Right. Let me get to my money sooner.
Yeah,
Because
then
they
later.
hold these players hostage. And most of these players, before they reach true free agency, they 28 plus.
Yeah.
So that's all. I just don't like anyone putting random numbers on, because and I'm gonna pick on my Cowboys because I know we make hella money, right? Most valuable franchise in the world, sports franchise, sports club. Do we put a cap on how much the Cowboys can make? Do we put a cap on how? Do we put a cap on how much Jerry Jones can make?
But I thought there is some revenue sharing in NFL.
You have revenue sharing that's within the NFL combines, confines. But Jerry still makes money when college football goes and plays in AT&T
because he owns the stadium.
But did he pay for the stadium?
I think oh no.
See what I'm saying?
Oh.
But he makes money off college football playing. Makes concerts playing, MMA events, all sorts of stuff that's not included in the NFL. What they include as proceeds for when they're developing the NFL salary cap. So he's making all this money that doesn't go to it. So again, we're not putting limits on how much the owners can make.
Hey, you know who they got that from? What about you, Jay? Do you know? I do. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Madison Square.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
I don't like the fact that you arbitrarily tell me how much I can make.
Well, no, I get it. That's my point. I'm with you on that. That I'm saying, because if you're gonna shrink, if you're gonna cap the amount of money at a certain number per, kind of like the NFL, then you got to shrink that arbitration. Right now, my Cardinals, I have to say, they didn't just shrink it; they did a complete fire sale. Right.
Now, how much money are the Cardinals making a year? How much money do they get a year?
Oh, they get paid. The Cardinals make, for a small market team, they actually get good money.
I know they do. We looked at this.
So, Chris, let me throw this out to you.
Say what?
How long has Mike Trout been in the Angel out there?
His whole career.
His whole career.
So you would fault that man for taking a bag and having a chance to win?
No,
he's dedicated.
He got no chance to win, though. That's the problem.
Jay, you missed the point. Me and Jeff we beyond that. I already said, if you cap the money, you got to shrink the arbitration. Because they're tied up for at least 7 years. At least.
Yeah.
And so
they don't have no player option other than to get back to the minors.
Yep.
See, I'm against all that.
You're against salary caps?
And the reason why I am is because there's too much taxes. The players, and they only make, I know it's bad for me to say this, but it's like whatever they make, I think 25 to 30% they don't see ever. And we're talking big numbers here. So they're going to try to get more money because they know they have to pay this person, they got to pay this, pay that. And the state tax depends on where you are. So, yeah, why wouldn't you as a player, want to get more money because your counterpart in Texas or Florida isn't paying what you're paying.
Hold that. I want you to hold that thought because that's going to come back around on our next subject. Okay.
Hey, before we go past this though, Chris.
No, we're going to stay right here.
Okay.
I just wanted to hold that thought for our next subject.
So St. Louis, their revenue was $373 million in 2024. Their payroll was $160 million in 2025.
And what is it right now?
I don't know.
Look, I'll tell you, it's nowhere close to that number.
And so all they're doing is they're not even trying to be competitive. They're just trying to make money.
No. They went in, they got a new GM that is building the team through the farm system and not trying to hold a lot of large contracts with players that are not performing at that level, at the level of their contract.
You know, so all the NBA,
aging players too.
You know, the NBA has there's 3 proposals to address what you're saying, what you're just talking about right now. Oh yeah, it's the anti-tanking thing. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but you got to remember, baseball is a little different. You might be the first overall pick, be the first overall bust.
That's true. But that's NFL too.
Yeah. But look, think about it.
There's more busts in baseball than there are in football at that pick.
Thank you. Here's the worst part. How many rounds in the NFL?
7. Something like that.
How many rounds in baseball?
A lot.
38.
A lot.
A lot.
38.
And what
they just be drafting players and drafting players.
It goes on for quite a while, right? It's not a big, hey, it's draft day, MLB draft day. Their draft is being held during the season, right? So,
yeah,
one of the greatest players of all time, Albert Pujols, was not a first-round draft pick. I think he was a 10th.
That's crazy.
Right? So you got hit. You have more leeway to hit in baseball than any other sport because you're going to have a lot of players that went under the radar. And got into the minor leagues and got developed.
And Chris, you have players coming out of high school and you have players coming out of college for those picks too. So it's a huge pool of people.
It's funny how baseball allows players to go directly to they're eligible to go directly to MLB.
But when was the last time that actually happened?
No, I'm just saying. It's interesting how they allow that. It's interesting how pretty much every other sport outside of football and basketball allow you to.
True.
What about hockey? Hockey's the same way, right?
I think. Mm-hmm. I think you're right with hockey, but I'm just saying, why? Who benefits from stopping the players to go directly to the pros? The minor league teams, aka the colleges.
Yeah.
And all the money that's put in via the networks to showcase exactly what we're watching right now.
True.
So how come baseball playoffs for college isn't what college football and college basketball is? It's strange, right?
Baseball,
actually, it is. It's just not. It's not as hyped as everything else because how the baseball playoff system is.
And what I'm talking about is this.
But once they get to Omaha, right? That's when it's on on national notice.
But they play series though, right?
Well, so what I was going to say, Chris,
that's
what I was going to say was this, Chris. I was going to say this. I was going to say your 11 and 12-year-old Little League World Series gets more push than the College World Series.
That's true too.
Yeah, but
that's true. But
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me address that. Here's the truth in that matter. What would be more entertaining? Watching young, I ain't gonna say little kids.
They are
young.
No, they probably about 24 years old.
Young boys out there playing baseball at an early age, and you got to remember, in the Little League World Series and the whole system, they have so many rules to protect those players from injury, especially pitchers, right? To make their career last longer, right? So, college baseball is in the heart. The college baseball, the World Series, College World Series is in the heart of MLB. There is no other sport going on during this time. You know that, right? Other than MLB. So they have a portion of the spotlight once they get to Omaha.
Yeah, but
so
I see it a little bit differently. I think, when you talk about college baseball, when you get to Omaha, they're playing series, right?
Yes.
A series are great to watch, but it's not like one and done. It's not like college basketball. Yeah. If you have an off day, you're
going home.
Same thing with college football. You have an off day, I don't care how dominant you were, ain't no tomorrow.
You're going home.
Right? So the
Little League Baseball is kind of similar once you get past a certain round.
So when it's essentially a sudden death scenario, like it's survive in advance or go home, I think to me there's more excitement on watching that.
True. I agree. So
wait. Hey, y'all pay attention. Chris and I agree on something.
There you go. And so for baseball, you got the Dodgers this week. They end up getting their rings for their championship back to back. Now I'm a Laker fan, and it's always good to see Magic Johnson doing work off the court and winning. He got his 18th championship. And you got to think, he won one in high school, one in college, 5 in the NBA. So that's 7. So he had 7. And then all the rest of them came after the fact. So you got to think 11 championships with him off the court. I think that's a very amazing feat. And a lot of these players that want to do extra stuff, I think they should be able to look at his.
I want you to think about it like this, Jay. Magic Johnson's a winner. He's won at everything he's ever done. And a lot of people don't understand that statement. He's won at everything he's ever done. Michael Jordan can't even say that.
Well, Chris, and to put a damper on this, Jeff, you know where I'm going, right?
I'm scared to find out. Oh, yeah, I do know where you're going now.
Chris, you know where I'm going now?
Oh,
unfortunately.
So, where me and Jeff grew up, Washington Redskins, and now they're Commanders, were the king of the 80s, along with the 49ers and a couple other teams. But football was king in the Washington area. And Daniel Snyder Boom. So tell me this. Who wins out? The Washington curse, so to speak, or Magic's touch for championships?
That's
Who's
a
up
good
for me?
one.
Okay, good.
Are you asking me or are you asking Jeff?
He's
I'm
asking
Or
asking
are you
both.
asking both?
Both.
I think the curse is worse.
absolutely. It's not even close. It's not even close for my no.
Look,
Jaden
I'm gonna say
Daniels
this.
getting hurt.
Look, but I'm gonna say this now. When was the last time Washington D.C. won any championship in any sport?
Caps.
The baseball team won like 3 or 4 years ago.
No.
So you can't complain.
The
Y'all
Nationals
got
did
wins.
not. They did
The
not.
Nationals won championship.
Yeah, National did win championships.
I thought it was the Capitals that won.
They did too. The Capitals won, and the Wizards in the sorry, I can't believe that came out of my
I
mouth.
was like, what?
No.
So you know where I'm
baseball
going
team.
with this, right? You know where I'm going with this, right?
No. Come on, give it to us, Chris.
Let me take you there then. You can't say that y'all have a curse because y'all have won championships recently.
So the Caps won in 2018. The Nats won in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2020, Washington thought they were going to take it, and then COVID hit. Curse.
That's what's up.
So now we talked some baseball. We got deep in the woods a little bit. So this week in the NBA, something happened that was very significant. They are expanding the NBA in 2028. What are those two cities? Do 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 do. This is Final Jeopardy.
There you go.
With your host, Chris Hunt. First up,
Frazier lives out there, right?
Jay, what is your answer?
Well, you see, Chris, the optimal position of the teams would predict that Rain State needs their basketball team back. The Seattle Supersonics. Like Ice Cube said.
It's who are the Seattle Supersonics? If you're going to do it, you got to do it right. Jeopardy, it's who are the Seattle Supersonics?
And what's the other team?
Who are Las Vegas?
They haven't given the name. You're both correct. Now, do I think that's fair? Hell no, I don't think that's fair. How you put two teams on the West Coast in the West Coast?
But
now you got to do. Now
are
you
you
have to
surprised?
do. Now you got to do.
Well, how many teams do they have on the East Coast already?
It should be even.
It should, but that doesn't mean it is.
Yeah, but are you surprised though?
Who, me?
Chris. Yeah, Chris. Are you surprised out of
No.
those two teams?
No, I think the markets are big enough to make it happen.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I mean, we knew that Seattle was going to be thereabouts because they almost brought him back a few years ago. And all the churn to have one in Vegas, which I actually thought would push LeBron to retire. I thought that would be the impetus for him to retire because I thought that he wanted to have the franchise in Vegas.
So you're saying Tom Brady and LeBron in the same city with Wayne Gretzky?
Look, that's where they want to be. That's where they want to have their franchises. And I understand that because whether your team is good or bad, you're always going to have people there. If you're out in Vegas, Like you won't have core fans like most teams have. You're gonna have a transient population, but it'll be full all the time. There'll be people there just
Chris,
in Vegas. Hey, what's there to do? Hey, well, I'm
Chris,
gonna go watch the game.
How far is the Air Force Base from Vegas?
It's in the city. It's literally right outside the city.
So that'd be good. That'd be really good for them.
But here's my question. Here's my question. Now you didn't weighed heavy on the West Coast, the Western Conference, right? Who moves to the Eastern Conference?
Take a look. See what we got here.
Maybe New Orleans, Minnesota,
Not Minnesota.
OKC,
I would put Minnesota.
Denver.
I would put Minnesota there.
How many teams are we looking at moving?
You got to move if they're putting those two teams in the Western Conference, which would be geographically correct, right? Two teams have to go to the East.
New Orleans and Memphis.
That was my next statement.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't say New Orleans. I would say Minnesota and Memphis.
Why Minnesota?
Now you're no. I know why. See, he think he's slick. He throwing that out there as like a little clickbait. He don't want to send two weak teams to the East. He would rather send a 50-50 deal.
Yeah, but it's not even a matter. It's just about geographical preference.
But people are already complaining that the East is already weaker than the West and has been since the 80s.
So look, watch this. I don't want nobody to go and try to Google this, right? You said, Jeff, New Orleans and Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're saying Minnesota and New Orleans or Memphis?
No, Memphis and Minnesota.
Memphis and Minnesota. What's the furthest most East team?
Well, Memphis, but other than that,
Memphis.
Yeah, no, I'm saying currently.
Oh,
I think it's Indiana.
Indiana's on the East.
Yeah.
So you're talking about what's the furthest West Coast?
If you calling it the midway line, the Mississippi River,
Chicago
right?
Bulls.
Chicago, Indiana, going to be tit for tat, right?
Yeah, I won't think so. So, truthfully, I think Jeff is more correct than you are.
I just, and part of why I said Minnesota or New Orleans, I think the weather in Minnesota has more of an East Coast feel than New Orleans.
Yeah. So I'm not even looking at the weather. I'm just saying, let's look at a map, put some tax on it. The two teams that are furthest to the east, move them over. I don't even care who it is. I don't even care. Like this, if they come up with something stupid like Houston and I don't know, Sacramento, I'm gonna sit there and be like, what the hell are y'all doing? Put a map up, bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, these are the farthest to the right, we're good. Man, if they mess this up.
Okay, so this would even be more outside the box.
Oh,
what happens if they put a line through the middle of the country from the east to the west, and they got rid of the east and west and went from north to south?
North and south? I don't care. Do it. Just make common sense.
Yes.
And while they're doing it, get rid of daylight savings time. Pick a time and stick to it. I don't care what it is.
I think we all want to stick. We want more sunlight. Whatever we can get more sunlight, I think that's what we need to stick with.
I'm good. I don't care. What I do care about is one day when I came up here to get on the show, because the show used to be 10 o'clock my time, and I'm only one sitting here like, what's going on? Because the time had changed and now it's 11 o'clock my time, but I didn't know.
Well, we haven't changed time yet. I think we go.
I know. I already did though. That's why I was a few weeks ago, and I was like, I said nobody's here. No
So,
one's
so
on
it
the
goes
show.
back. It goes forward tonight, Chris.
Yeah.
For us, man.
Let's go to
that's
start
gonna be
for
crazy.
me.
It's already. It's pretty. Pretty late now.
So
Late.
don't worry. Look, we'll get back on schedule with you. Raise hell later.
What about
now?
More NBA?
Hold on, before we move forward, I told you we was going to readdress this.
Okay.
Now we've already addressed the two teams. We already addressed the realignment. Now, if you was a player, where would you want to play?
What, out of the two new teams?
Out of the two new teams.
Vegas. I'm going to look, and I've told this to my family members and everything. There was a lotto that had reached over $1 billion. And I'm like, if I win it, I'm gonna see half of that money.
Yep.
Me being a soccer dude, I'm buying an MLS franchise and putting them in Vegas. It is my and different situation. My kids are grown. My kids are all in college or above. So for me, let me go to Vegas. I know financially it's going to be a sound business move.
Jeff, I agree with you, and even go a little bit further. Just the mental health situation. They say that Seattle has the highest rate of depression
because rain all the time.
Because the lack of sunlight, the rain, everything else that involves that. So why go to the Northwest and it's cold when you can play in Vegas where you have not just beautiful weather, but you have great entertainment. The best of the best usually comes out to Vegas when it comes to music talent, stuff. They have stuff for the kids, and also prize fights. There's a lot of prize fights that go on in Vegas.
Absolutely.
So now you remember there used to be a show on ESPN, right? Where I would the host would give his guest points, right? So I would give you points for that. I'll give you 5, right? But here goes the count. Here goes the counter to that. Now you just put a franchise, another franchise, in the city of sin. Right? Everything happens in the city of sin. Right? Gambling is legal there. You think people ain't gonna dibble and dab into that?
Hold on.
There's franchises in Atlanta, right? Got some wing night. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in a lot of major cities, and bad things happen.
You're right, but the casinos, they don't got casinos like that in Atlanta either.
But even without that, there's a reason why Chauncey Billups and others are in court. It's already taken place. And as a franchise, if I can make money, and I know I'm going to make money because of the location that I'm in, hey, sign me up. Sign me up. And they're talking about $7 to $8 billion for that franchise. Man, that's fantastic.
So
you're already betting. I don't understand how the hypocrisy from these organizations. The NFL will sit there and make all these stances against gambling and stuff like that, but there's a reason why teams get fined when they don't do an injury report correctly, because the gambling makers need to make it. And also in their advertising, they will frequently have advertisement that has gambling sites. So, they say one thing, but they like, hey, but we know we doing something else because that's filling our pockets up.
And so to piggyback on what you said about that, whenever ESPN broadcasts a live football game, they give you the line on the bottom of all that game and all the other games. Then they have on the NFL Network. Now this is the NFL Network with their name on it.
See, look,
They
right
give
now
you
I should be muting Jay
Yep.
because he keep cutting me off.
I
Oh,
know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is Chris's spot. Chris know this.
So Jeff, I give you 8 points with your talking point, and I'm a -3 from Jay because he's trying to sell a fact. That's what Jay is doing, is trying to sell a fact. But you're not understanding where we're going with this yet. Because I told you we were coming back to this. And here's the number one reason why every player in any professional sport in Las Vegas should be looking at. There's no federal taxes in Las Vegas, and there's no state taxes. So what you sign on your contract is your contract. Now, Jay, you go.
So when it comes to what Jeff was saying about the hypocrisy, you have the league saying we don't want any gambling with our players, but yet the NFL Network, which has ties to the NFL, I would assume, they're putting out fantasy football lines where you should bet on these players or you should put these in your lineup with gambling implications. Also, they have who they think is going to win the game. They not just the predictions, but they have the pick 5. Or you put these players in your lineup, then you're gonna hit. And then of course,
so I'm gonna mute you, Jay, because we're talking about taxes now. We ain't talking about gambling no more.
Let me just say one thing with the taxes. You got, if I'm an NBA player and I go to New Orleans, at least 41 times, because it's 82 seasons, 41 times, that money is tax-free.
Free.
Tax-free. No Fed, no state. Tax-free. You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
At all. So, Jay, on taxes, what you got to say?
So, tax-wise, of course, why wouldn't you want to go to Las Vegas and play there? But to me, you know what? The mental health, it's just, you know what I mean? It's better to be there than it would be in Seattle. And I believe the taxes is just, you don't want as a player, and a lot of people get on players about, oh, they just play for the money. They don't play for the love of the game. Well, why can't you make extra money and love what you do at the same time?
Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Go ahead.
You're saying
2 points, Jay.
You're saying mental health, and okay, that's fine. But if that is the reason why you're going to pick Sin City as a place that's going to help your mental health, Sin City, it's called Sin City for a reason, my guy.
So somebody's sins might help their mental health. If you need,
if you can sin more, it may help their mental health. I gotta find some. Hold on.
So look, watch this. Here's the thing.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna say this: Seattle was taken from the Supersonics was taken from Seattle and went to OKC. Correct?
Yep.
They were getting support from their fan base during that time. So you can't you can't say that there's no negativity there. I think that somebody realizes that when they let OKC move, and I think it was because of change of ownership, right? And they moved them. Not OKC moved. The Seattle Supersonics moved to OKC. right? Because you got to remember, where was Durant's first year at? Seattle. Right? Now he's in
Houston.
So when you sit there, you talking like, hey, this is this and this is that, and over here is this and over here is that, right? Got to remember, the team was getting fan support. So that's a big deal. That's a known factor for the NBA. And I think that weighed in a lot more than any other city in the United States getting another team before them. Now, granted, I would love my St. Louis, whoever they want to be, whatever name they give them. They came back. They sent us a team. We would definitely support it, right? But it's a small market.
What about
Seattle? Let me finish. Seattle is not a small market. Seattle got a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money up there. Buffalo, you already what? You got the New Jersey. You got the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks, right? In New York. Now you're trying to put Buffalo Badgers in Buffalo. You know, that you got that's kind of like California, bro. How many teams in NBA in California?
Golden State, Sacramento, Los Angeles.
San Antonio.
San Antonio's in Texas.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, he's talking Texas, but Texas is just too goddamn big.
Yeah, Texas is. But
well, I know a lot of New Yorkers. If you're not from Brooklyn, Manhattan, Staten Island, if you're not from the five boroughs, they don't consider you New Yorkers. So Buffalo people, they don't really count.
Hey, that's fact.
That's fair. That's fair. But think about that. But you got states like, damn, I can't even put
Texas
them on
got 3
blast like
teams. Texas has 3 NBA teams there.
Yeah,
I would love that. I would love for Alabama to have a team, or Mississippi.
What?
One of those Southern teams.
No.
It'll be one of those Southern teams.
No.
I think it would be good. For too long, Atlanta has had too much.
Hit him again.
Absolutely not. Alabama and Mississippi with NBA basketball teams.
Yes.
You talking gibberish. You talking gibberish.
That's
okay, gentlemen. Why wouldn't you put an NBA team in Alabama or Mississippi?
The market don't support it.
I see. Okay, so for instance, I see in college football.
That is below small market.
So with Alabama for college football, I see the numbers they bring, and I'm not gonna say Ole Miss, but Alabama. If they're a winning team, I see people coming out.
Alabama had a history. Alabama football had a history. Now, it kind of subsided in the 80s, but when Saban got there and he was the coach, he was the highest paid state employee in the state of Alabama. That's a small market. I'm sorry. We done there. We done. We're going to bring an NBA team to Alabama. Man, look,
you don't believe it?
Just stop.
Hey, you don't want to build growth? Growth?
So what?
In the economy?
Not Alabama.
So what about states like Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, right?
That question
I would generally say yes, but the weather's too bad there.
Oh,
You
now
play
it's weather.
basketball inside. What's the?
You got to get there.
Oh
And all the
my
weather,
God!
all the weather delays from the planes trying to come in, it could be a problem. Because I know you have an Air Force base in North Dakota, and so many times you can't get into it because the weather is so bad.
So you don't have that in like Utah. You don't have that in like Minnesota.
Not as bad. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming.
Utah, Minnesota. Have you not seen some of the snow?
Utah is a little bit further west, though. Utah is next to Colorado.
It's still up north.
It's still up north.
So I hate to do this. We gotta take a small commercial break. We need to let Jeff and myself have a moment of peace from Jay. We'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Welcome back. We're back. It is time to give our ladies some love. What do I mean by that, gentlemen? It's March Madness for the women's basketball. If you have not been paying attention, you're missing some good basketball. Okay? So tonight we got South Carolina, Oklahoma, TCU, and the great state of Virginia. And we got tomorrow, Texas and Kentucky, and Louisville in Michigan to complete their Elite Eight. Any surprises y'all saw?
Before we get to surprises, can I ask the panel a question?
Yes, sir.
Anyone know who's winning the our ladies brackets?
That is right currently. So before you go there, I have a bracket. We gotta locate it because I put it in there. I even asked Jeff, Mason, did he see my bracket? And he told me yes. So I have not looked at my bracket.
Lied.
Look, so you saying he point shaded?
It looked like it.
He point shaded.
Because
Remember Jeff, when you was like, hey, I can't get there, and then I was like, hey, do you see mine? He was like, yeah, I see yours. Point shading.
Yeah. Look, I think he was scared because if you had your bracket in, look, you know who would be bottom?
What's
if
that?
You had your bracket in, Mace.
Mace. Oh, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, on the ladies' side of the house, who's in first place?
Oh, yours truly.
Yours truly. My man.
Indeed.
I am defaulted right now. So that means if you're in first place and Mason's is currently above the bottom only because of what? I have a do not play. Right? That is the dirty play. But anyway, so that means somebody named Jay might be in second.
It was an accident.
Didn't know it.
Okay. So now we got that cleared up, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we got going? So we got the I think they're what 32-1 UConn Huskies in the Elite Eight, or no 32-0.
I'm about to say they're undefeated.
Going against Notre Dame. So
Notre Dame upset them.
I can see that. Have you watched? Did you watch the Notre Dame play last night against Vanderbilt?
Mm-hmm.
Your boy did. Look, your boy did because old girl, the point guard, she's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Hidalgo.
Yeah, you put the ball anywhere near her, it's stolen. She is a true thief. Look, you better get hey, remember them old school wallets that got the chain on it?
Here's what the only thing I'll say about that is if they're gonna have a chance to beat UConn, they can't go 1 for 17 from the 3-point line like they did.
No. Old girl wills them in that game. And then we got on the other side, we got UCLA, which has only lost one game all year.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying, hey, guess what? We back. We're going to start back dominating women's basketball in a new conference. We showing you we can slap you around still. Versus the female Duke Blue Devils. I hate to say it. Big Ten gonna win. They don't play.
So I think they can win, but you know what? And I picked UCLA to win this in this round. But Kara Lawson, the Duke coach, I'm gonna tell you what, I could play for her. Like when she talks, when she speaks, she's so motivating. I would not be surprised to give Duke or for Duke to give UCLA everything they want plus some. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk like UCLA has had thus far in the tournament.
Hey, look, all I'm going to say is Duke pulled off the upset.
Who's North Carolina playing?
Say who?
My bad. Go ahead.
I heard you. They got eliminated early. Not early, but they lost to UConn. So I mean, no shame in that.
Hey, that's a good loss.
Okay.
That's good.
Any team you think could upset UConn at this point?
I don't think any.
I wouldn't say that, man. Any given Sunday.
Well, I don't want to call it an upset. I don't think if Notre Dame, well, yeah, if Notre Dame beats UConn, I'll consider that an upset. But
Hey, you got to remember now. Both of y'all got to remember. There's a coach sitting lying in wait, and she's been dominating in women's basketball for the last few years. And guess who?
I got you, but you said upset. If South Carolina was to beat UConn, I'm not necessarily going to call that an upset.
No, that's a good battle.
Right. So that's why I'm saying if Notre Dame would beat UConn, I'll call that an upset. But if UCLA beat UConn in the finals or South Carolina beats them in the semis, I don't think that's an upset.
You know, Don Staley's a beast, bro.
Indeed. Hey, what university did she go to, Jay?
I know she played for the Houston Comets, right?
She went to UVA.
What? No way. I don't believe that.
She's a UVA alum.
Can't be.
I remember.
She won too many championships. She won too many championships as a coach to be a UVA product. Impossible. Nah, I don't believe that.
Because I think she won a
I don't
chip.
believe that.
She won at least one chip at UVA. She was bad at UVA. Man, look, yeah. Hey,
That's
she used to rock them bangs. Yeah, man, that's back in the day.
She went to the university.
She played. Did she end up playing for the Houston Comets along with
Drum
Cheryl
roll.
Swoops?
She went to the University of Virginia.
That's why I remember from way back then.
And just so you know, she's not from Virginia.
Nah, you can tell
that's right.
she wasn't from Virginia. I knew that.
I'll give her a pass though.
You gonna give her? She still played for the university.
So Moken got knocked off from LSU last night. Last second shot. See, it hurts my heart sometimes. Because her outstanding pick of suits is always special when she's on TV. So we won't be seeing those shiny suits this year in the Final Four. Who knocked her off, Jeff?
Who are we talking about?
Moken, the head coach of LSU.
Who?
On the last second shot.
Yes,
last
sir.
second 3-point.
3-ball. Hey, look, common sense. Okay, common sense. If you are up, oh no, in this case they were up by 2, or they're up by 1. Right?
Yeah, it didn't matter. Any shot,
they're only up by 1. The amount of times I see teams that are up by 2, and the coach is gonna sit there and tell you, if he doesn't tell you to foul so they can't get a 3 off, look, protect the 3-point shot. And the amount of teams I see get wide open 3-point shots, I'm like, you asked for that.
But they were only up by 1.
Yep. Which a step back 3 probably. I don't think that was the play call, but
it puts you in a bad situation. If you're down by 2, that's one thing. But down by 1,
it's a whole different game.
Back to the basket for a layup.
Here's the bad part. What would you do? What I would do, bro, I think I would have fouled. I would put it on the line. At least have me a few seconds to get the ball down the court and at least get me a game-winning shot. Maybe.
I'm not going to foul, but if someone's going to take a step back three, I'm going to be like, I'm going to have to live with that, I guess. But
yeah.
Well, to Chris's point, we saw in the NBA this week a player get fouled with no time left on the clock and his team down by 1 point, missed both free throws, game over.
Yeah.
So that pressure is something different.
But how often does that actually happen?
Not often.
Yeah. Unless you fouling Shaq, it usually don't happen.
So, what you think? Oklahoma, South Carolina, blowout? No blowout? Close game?
No blowout. No blowout. This is a revenge match, if anything, in my opinion. So no, I think that's gonna be a tough game, tough sledding for South Carolina. I expect them to win, but I definitely don't expect it to be a blowout.
Now, earlier this season, Jeff, you talked about how they didn't come out with the standard of South Carolina when they lost
early in the season.
Do you see them looking past this team to
No.
go against UConn?
No, because it's completely changed. The spotlight hasn't been on South Carolina because they were kind of okay at the beginning of the season. So they lost to Texas. They lost to Oklahoma. So for me, the spotlight wasn't on them. They weren't even second. UCLA was second. Spotlight's been on UConn. Now they've been able, in my opinion, to address a lot of the issues that they've had. And so now no one's really talking about them. And I think they're going to come back after Oklahoma and get their lick back.
If you're Oklahoma, do you feel confident going into South Carolina knowing you beat the brakes off them the last time you played?
They scared. First of all, they won by 12. But no, I bet you they scared. They know what South Carolina is.
If you beat a team by 12, that's South Carolina, you feel like you won by 30.
All I'm going to say is
go ahead.
Can I say this? Yeah, please do.
They're going to get their lick back, and I think they're going to get it back with some authority.
Oh, he said with gusto.
Because if you ain't been paying attention to South Carolina, all the way up to this game, they've beaten their opponents by at least 35.
If you look at when they played early in the year, South Carolina shot under 40% from the field. Oklahoma shot almost 50% from the field. That ain't going to happen this game.
Nope.
They can't start off slow, because if they give Oklahoma confidence, it could be trouble for South Carolina.
Put some money on it.
Come on, man.
No, if you gonna talk it, though, hey.
I can give you a fair analysis.
If you gonna talk it, you gotta back it up.
I can give you a fair analysis. It doesn't mean that I'm going to put up the house. I'm not putting up my house for that.
Now, moving on. Commonwealth State versus TCU.
Did they lose yet?
Man, y'all putting the curse on the women's too, man.
I got TCU on this one.
Well, I had Iowa winning this one, but in lieu of Iowa losing, I got TCU winning this one.
Okay. I think, because I've been pretty good with Virginia, man. I'm going with Virginia.
I had Virginia losing the first round. I definitely had them lose in the second round. I got them losing the third round. Prove me wrong.
Chris. All right, man. I'm gonna let you get it.
Moving on over to the Fort Worth region, because they do it by the cities, right? We got Louisville and Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know. I think the run for Louisville might be over. Big Ten.
I picked Louisville to win this game. I picked Louisville to play Michigan, and this is one of the games where I didn't pick, because college basketball a lot of time it's like chalk. This is one that I picked different. I picked Louisville to beat.
Okay. Here comes Jeff. Here comes Jay. Come on, Jay.
Michigan is going to beat the brakes off them, and then they're going to get crushed the next round.
Wait, but who did you pick?
I picked Michigan.
Okay.
So you think Michigan? I took Michigan also. I'm tell you right now, I took Michigan also. I took them to go to the next game. We're going to talk about Texas and Kentucky.
Yeah, I've been perfect on this quadrant so far.
Texas.
Yeah, I got Texas beating Kentucky.
I got Texas too.
How many of y'all picked Kentucky to beat West Virginia?
I did.
I did.
Can you take a look at mine? Who did I pick on that
one? All right, let me see. Who did you pick? My money says you picked the wrong one. Let's see. Who did you?
Hey, you guaranteed not to be in last place until I can find my bracket.
You're right.
You guaranteed. Or I just look, or you go to last place and there just be an asterisk by my name. Did not participate.
Yep. Hey, he picked Kentucky to beat West Virginia too. But then he picked. Wait. Timeout. Hold on. We need to rewind. 2 minutes ago, Jay said, I picked Michigan to beat Louisville, and then for them to get their brakes beat off of them in the next round.
He picked Michigan over Texas.
Yep. No, he picked Michigan over Texas.
I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
But what did you just say in the show?
I said, watch them win big today, and then get the brakes beat off of them, meaning that they're going to be so hyped up. Watch them just lay an egg in the next round. Even though I picked them to win, but I wouldn't be shocked if they just folded the next round. That's basically what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a Michigan guy, so I'm going to pick Michigan until they really believe that they hit UConn or South Carolina.
This is double talk right here. This is, hey.
No faith.
Michigan is not winning a championship.
We come back next week and he going to be like, oh, I may have said this, but look what I picked. Look what I picked.
Hey, this is one of those, he guaranteed to win, no matter what you say. All right.
He knows what it is.
We already know. Everybody pretty much picking Texas. We got it. But this battle that's going to put somebody in the Final Four, right? And this is going to happen on the 29th, tomorrow. UCLA and Duke.
I picked UCLA, so I'm going to stand by that. But
UCLA versus who?
Duke.
Okay. I got Duke.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Wait, what did you say?
I picked Duke, didn't I?
No, you picked UCLA to beat LSU. Like, see, Jay, you just making stuff up as we go along.
No. I thought you were saying this round, who do we have, Duke or UCLA, right?
Oh, hey, Chris, I need your help. Jay's doing it. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. Look, if we were brothers, I'd be mom. Mom, he's doing it again. He's doing it again. Come on. Look, he said he's picking Duke. First of all, You ain't picked Duke to beat UC or LSU. But
So how the hell you gonna pick Duke now?
And had
You're asking me, I
beaten
can't.
LSU.
You're asking
And
me a
now he's
question
like, I'm gonna
about
pick
who's
Duke to
playing
win
right
it.
now. You're saying that's the question. Who is going to, like, right now, today on Saturday, about two teams that are playing? You ask me a question. I'm saying that team is going to beat that team, right?
I'm gonna stand on business.
That is what you
my
asked.
brackets.
I just answered the question.
So okay, that's what you asked. Okay, got it. We're gonna let that ride for now. For now. It's time. The grand finale. Right? We're finna move on over to the men's NCAA tournament. Jeff,
Yes, sir.
who is leading this?
Mace is in the lead.
How many points?
10.
Who's second?
I'm making my comeback. I'm coming back.
Hold on, wait. Here we go. Mace is in the lead with 700 points. Chris is in second with 690 points. I'm in third with 608. Wait. I'm not. Let me finish. I'm in third with 680 points. So the top three all right there. Jay bringing up the rear, 560 points. Jay, hold on. I'm helping you out, Jay. I got you. Jay is going to come in and say, hey, he got a chance because Mason and I both picked Duke to win. Jay picked Michigan to win, and they're still in there. What he's saying is somebody's pick is no longer a viable candidate. If it's not Mace, it's not me, it's not Jay. Who you talking about, Jay?
This guy
talking about Germany's finest. I'm talking about big baller up there in V-Spot.
So watch this. I hate to do you dirty, right?
No, you don't. Why?
I hate to do them dirty, but I'm going to do them dirty. That's the second part of that statement.
Hey, he jumped on that mouth so quick. He said, I hate to do him dirty, but.
Here's your problem, sir. Who do I have?
He seems so excited, Jeff.
He jumped on that mouse quick. I'm going to tell you.
I think I have Arizona in the finals, right?
You do.
I do. That's your problem, sir. And look,
Arizona, and you have Arizona and Florida. So if Arizona loses, hit that button, Jeff. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
If Arizona loses, you
hold on.
Look, I'm gonna say this. This goes for if Arizona loses.
Oh my God!
And if Michigan loses.
Oh my God!
So
you gonna finish in your favorite place. Last place.
Oh boy.
Looking at everybody past you.
But Chris needs Duke to lose.
You know the worst feeling about being
Chris, you need Duke to lose.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Mm-hmm. But look, watch this. You ready for this? What do distance runners have in common? You don't know?
Hold on. I'm gonna never mind.
What does distance runners have in common? They all know what the back of the person's ass look like. Just like you.
You talking about you, Jay?
No. Get it back in the bus, sir.
Hey. You talking about
so you're saying you're gonna be looking at my ass by the time this tournament's over. That's what you're saying, right?
No. No. Hey, did Michigan win the Big Ten Conference Championship?
There's still a lot of basketball to be played.
Did Michigan win the Big Ten Conference Championship?
What day is this?
Hold on, didn't they?
I think it was Purdue. right? And guess who? Guess who they got to run through to get to the final game? If they win tonight, if both teams win tonight, it's Purdue.
Well,
So
if it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Hey, boy. Hey, that's my say right there.
But watch this. Now I'm finna shift focus because we in men's right now. Something happened last weekend while I was in Barcelona. Somebody called me out, right? And said, bring that same energy.
Nope. Time out.
To VCU beat Illinois.
That's not what was said. We're going to go back to the tape. We're going to go back to the tape. That's not what was said. If you go back to the tape said Jay. It didn't say Chris. It said Jay. If you're going to come at me like that because Carolina lost to VCU, I want that same energy to Chris if VCU beats Illinois. That's what was said. Go back and that's what the tape was saying. So is that at you, Chris, or is that at Jay?
All I know is my name was put in a situation, and I'm going to stand on business. Good side, Jeff. But I'm not letting you go.
Come on. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Good sidestep, Jeff. Hey, Illinois,
Chris is going to ride that Slovenia block all the way to the championship.
Hey, I'm going to go back and watch last week's episode, and then I'm going to have to clip it just for you, Chris, so you could see what I said. It was at Jay. It wasn't at you. All sensitive about some Illinois. You know what? Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Now I got to cheer against them to lose every single game.
That's okay. The Eastern Bloc gonna win. We're gonna do some damage tonight too.
And when Michigan wins, I want to see that same energy. When I'm crowned champ.
Oh no, you can't do that. It don't work like that because apparently when I say it, he took offense to it, even though I said it to you.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, right? I am a diehard Illinois fan.
We know.
And if you look at my bracket, I don't think I picked Illinois to beat Houston.
Oh man. I can't look at your. I can look at your bracket here, right?
Yeah, you can look at it.
Hey Jeff.
Yo.
Have you seen Chris wear Los Angeles Ram gear?
Have I seen what? Have I
Have
seen
you
him wear?
seen Chris wear Los Angeles Rams gear?
I have not.
You haven't? He used to come on with a hat.
Yeah.
He used to.
Yeah, you picked Houston or Illinois. Yeah.
I haven't seen any Illinois anything from Chris the 15 years I've known him.
But all I'm gonna say is I need to see it. I heard it. I heard it from him. He was all about some Illinois. So hey, it's all good. I didn't need to see it. I've heard it. I heard it in his voice. Wait, hold on. Now I'm your friend. A couple minutes ago.
You're always my friend. I'm just throwing jabs back. You're gonna always be my friend.
You're right.
My point is, I didn't expect them to beat Houston, but they did, right?
Yep.
And I'm happy as hell. But here's the thing, sir.
The point I'm trying to make is this. Chris is a proud Ram fan. Thick and thin. You know, do anything.
Hold on.
To me, Illinois only gets brought up when he thinks that we might have something here.
Nah, don't do that to him.
I'm from Illinois. Da 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 da. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow. Hey, see? It'd be your own people, Chris. It'd be your own people.
So look, I was quiet for a moment. I'm gonna give you a moment of silence, okay? Because you know what? That was ridiculous. Now, no. live in Germany. I've been living in Germany for how long? Since 2010. Okay? The jerseys I have in my house that you know I have, right? Because you've been in my house before, right? Are decorated in my basement. And these are jerseys that I purchased to decorate my basement. And I framed them and everything. Name one sports apparel location, right, that I can go online right now and get an authentic Illinois jersey. So while you sitting here saying all this, flying the line eye, right? Kenny Battle, Stephen Bardo, Kendall Gill, right? Hold on, I ain't done. Deron Williams, D. Brown. What else you want me to hit you with? Right? Hold on.
From my experience with you over the years,
I ain't done.
I can.
Name 2 players on the Michigan Wolverine team. Right? Don't Google
You said
it.
what?
Don't look it up. Name 2 players on the Michigan Wolverine team.
Ramil Robinson, Glenn Rice.
This team.
On this team.
I'm a team. That's my team. I don't. At this point,
hey, you know what that sounds like?
I leave it alone.
Hey, did I
with
just
individual players?
Did I just punch you in the mouth? I think I just punched you in the mouth. I'm sorry. I knocked your front out. My bad.
The good thing about
that's
it
what he
is,
said.
when it comes to this era, 2018, 19, when players come and go, this, that, and the other, I'm more team than individual players.
In college basketball, so has that differed for you ever? Since you wanted to mention players coming and going, you're more team.
Yes, I'm more team now oriented.
You were more player oriented before when it came to college basketball?
Players, yes. Love the players, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, yes. But then once you said what?
Like, depending on the players, you're saying the players dictated which team you liked?
No. So Michigan's always been my team. Oakland A's, San Francisco 49ers, and Los Angeles Lakers.
Always since when? 5'5"?
So I would say early 80s, 84, 85. Once I started watching whatever sport I watched, back then, if you like the team, then you got to stick with the team. You don't do jumping off your team. So
that's why I'm stuck with. Like,
once I started learning the game of sports, then my favorite teams, I would watch individual players from those teams.
See, now you can change that. See, now that's where you lost me, because when I was young, those same teams that I liked when I was young are the same teams that I like now. I grew up, my dad's family's from North Carolina. You were either a Carolina or a Duke fan. And we would all get together, all the uncles and male cousins, and we watching that game. And that was it. Now, but they all came from Carolina, but they all moved up to the DMV. So we had a healthy love for Georgetown. So Georgetown, North Carolina, those are 2 teams for me. And Georgetown's terrible. And North Carolina ain't what it used to be. But guess what? Those are my 2 teams. It don't matter what players are there. Those are my 2 teams. The players don't dictate the team.
So getting down to the nitty gritty, right? We already discussed that you're going to be at the back of the bus by the end of this weekend.
He went back to it.
No.
We already discussed
that. Not going to happen.
Right? But one thing we have, we got some good games going on tonight. We got Illinois with Cinderella playing against Cinderella. Iowa, believe it or not, they are Cinderella. They're 11 seed, made it to the Elite Eight. Who you got?
I was a 9 seed. I'm picking Illinois to win.
Okay.
All right. So am I allowed to pick between these two teams, or because my bracket says something different, I must abstain?
We already know your bracket said something different because mine said. Come on. We know that. So who you pick?
Okay. Because last time I said, when you asked the question, we can't pick a team now. Okay. I got Iowa for the night over Illinois.
Bold picture.
Hey, you heard it, Chris. See? I'm just
Next-
telling you. Your
Next week,
energy may have been a little bit misplaced. You hear it. There it is.
So I'm picking Illinois. And here's the reason why. No, I'm picking Illinois for one reason, that neither team Iowa has not proven to me that they can keep up. Right? They've been keeping up, but they have not dealt with a team as big as Illinois. Their shortest guy in their starting lineup is the point guard, who is like 6'3". Everybody else is 6'6", 6'7", and 6'9", and 7 foot. They got a 6'9" point guard. Dude,
6'7".
They have the tallest team in college. Plus, they're a more efficient offense in college. Iowa goes on droughts, big droughts. And if they go on a drought against Illinois, it's going to be
too far
ugly.
gone. They're going to be too far gone.
And that's what
This
happened.
is a perfect
That's
matchup.
what happened with Houston.
Yep. But this is what I said last week about Houston. Because they don't have inside scoring, as soon as they go cold,
they're in trouble.
And that trips them up all the time.
Right? Illinois can shoot that thing. And then they big enough that they can go down the block and get it too. So I'm taking Illinois.
I agree.
We got Duke and who else? Because I got my computer shut down.
Duke's at UConn tomorrow.
Duke at UConn. That's going to be an exciting
That's
game.
tomorrow. That's tomorrow. But let's stick with today. Today we got Arizona Purdue.
Is it Arizona Purdue?
Arizona Purdue today at 8:49 p.m. Eastern Standard.
I'm picking the over.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm taking the same. I'm picking the over. I think it's going to be a high scoring affair.
I wonder what the over is on that one, because it's probably got to be about 165.
No, I think it's 156.
Oh, I definitely take the over there.
I think it's 156. Right. I think that's going to be a very good game. That's going to be a very entertaining game. I just don't see Arizona losing. They got hot. I'm just telling the truth. I don't see Arizona losing right now. They got hot, and I think that guard play is going to be Duke's downfall. Oh no, I'm sorry. Purdue's downfall. I'm on to the next game already. I think Arizona beats Purdue.
I think Arizona beats Purdue. And look, my bracket had Arizona versus Purdue. Justin. I picked Arizona to beat Purdue. Justin.
Me too.
So I'm gonna stand by what I picked.
After watching Purdue play,
I'm gonna stand by what I
Purdue
picked.
looks like the better team. Even though I picked Arizona.
Ooh, the over under is 153.5.
I told you.
Hey, give me the over on that.
Go over all day.
Give me the over on that.
Now we go
At this
to
point,
Duke.
Purdue looks better.
Now we go to Duke and Utah. This is going to be fun. I don't care what you say. If Carlos Boozer don't show out tonight, Duke loses. You don't believe it?
If Duke loses, I know Jeff and Mason will be like, uh-oh.
Hold on, time out. Okay. Let's think about it this way. What is one of my college basketball teams? North Carolina. If Duke loses, do you
happy to say Bird?
I don't care. I don't care about no bracket. Hey, sit your ass at home just like my squad. What are you talking about? Man, please. I don't care about no bracket. Come on, hey, come on. Sit on right down next to us.
You picked them as you picked them to win the championship.
Here's the bad news, Jay. UConn has been too inconsistent. Too inconsistent. They barely got by Michigan State.
Well, didn't Duke had scared too, right?
Yes,
yes. Siena, first round.
But they played
at this point. You gotta look at it. If you made it this far, then you have a shot.
Yeah, well, UConn's 2 in the region, so obviously they got a shot.
Here's the key to this game: who can shoot better from the outside?
Yeah. Who starts off strong? Don't go cold.
Yeah.
Well, like I'm gonna tell you, because Boozer, first of all, this is a different conversation, kind of. But if it's not for what's his name, Isaiah Evans, Duke loses that game. Like he was the one who balled out. I mean, step back threes. Hey, he one step jumpers. He was hitting it. He was hitting his spots and hitting that J. He was the critical piece for them to win last night against the St. John's team that was big. Big team. They big team, big down low, gave Duke everything they want. Now, the thing about that really interests me about this, about especially watching the game, is like Boozer. He's gonna struggle in the pros. No, I remember watching Chris Webber tell when he knew it was time for him to retire, and he said he got a ball. He was down by him. He was by himself. He got the ball. No one was near him, and he pump faked because he knew he didn't have any legs. He couldn't jump anymore. I see Boozer. He was pump faking all night last night, and I'm like, man, when you get in the pros, you're gonna have a problem if you pump faking already. You better put some weight on him, use that big body so people can't even get off the ground. He was struggling.
You ain't got it. That's an internal thing.
But last but not least, we get the pick. So who you got?
Oh, I picked Duke. I'm gonna stand on my pick.
What's up, Jeff? Jeff, that Jeff is my boy from Hawaii. Shout out to Hawaii.
Hey, shout out to Jay.
He said we ganged up on you, Jay. We did.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jeff, who did I pick on this one?
Well, I tell you what, I got to be your referee now too.
Did I pick Duke on this one, or did I pick UConn?
So look at the group. And Jay picked way down. I forgot you way down on the bottom.
Yeah, he hit the back of the bus.
You picked Duke.
So you ain't gave no ground to Duke win.
No, but you know who he picked in the next round? Oh, hey, Jay, this is what I know. You praying for Duke to lose. Because he picked Duke and Houston in the next round and picked Houston to beat Duke.
Oh, you in trouble.
Why is that?
Hey, so that side of that bracket gone.
You in trouble. At least I got one team left. At least I'm slacking somebody.
So I need Duke to win tonight, but lose the next.
You need Duke to lose tonight. Because then the rest of us who had Duke are gone too.
Yeah. So you might want to pull out your UConn jersey.
Mm-hmm. And look, I got
Houston and Michigan in the finals.
That's why you need. That's
why you need Duke to lose now.
You don't need Duke to make no more money. Because I think I got Duke. I got Florida and Arizona.
Look,
so do you
I
feel
never bet with my heart.
That this game will be tougher for Duke than the next game?
Every game's good. Every game's going to be tougher for Duke.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we down to the last few teams. Everyone's going to be
tough. Do you think this game for Duke is tougher or the next round?
I think they all are.
I think honestly, if they're going to lose, they're probably going to lose tonight. Tomorrow.
I don't know. I think, look, first of all,
I don't put it past UConn, even though I picked Duke to beat UConn. That's the only team in that bracket that can actually match up and beat Duke.
So maybe. And self-disclosure, I got family friends. I don't know what happened to Jay, but family friends, the Rosses, Jaden Ross and his brother, they go to UConn, so I quietly support them because I've known them since they were really young boys. So I have a sentimental spot for them. But I think Duke probably has the more complete team. I think the game, but I think UConn has a heck of a coach. So yes, I think that's gonna create some issues for Duke. But if Duke gets past UConn and say they play Illinois the next round, it's going to be every bit as tough. So that's why I'm like, he's saying, which one do you think is harder, this round or next? They both are, just for different reasons.
True. So we're waiting on Jay to come on back.
No, I don't even want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, we ain't gonna wait.
He's talking crazy. He talking crazy.
So we got one more game, Tennessee and Tennessee and he's back. Yeah, right before
Tennessee and what, Purdue? No. Tennessee's playing Michigan. Tennessee's playing Michigan.
Go ahead, rub your head because here he comes.
Let me bring him in. Okay.
Hello, sir. Welcome back. So, give you an update. We just started talking about Tennessee and Michigan. We're already past our time a little bit. So, who you got, Mr. Michigan man? Well, you ain't got no volume.
Michigan.
He said Michigan. Okay. All right.
Why?
Because that's my team.
Oh, okay. All right. What you got, sir?
Yeah, I picked Michigan. That's who I picked to be in the final, so I'm going to stand by that.
I didn't pick Michigan to be in the finals.
Yeah. Like, part of me wanted to see a rematch between Duke and Michigan because I thought the game that they played in Carolina was good. So I wanted to see that rematch. And Arizona, sometimes they really, really good. Sometimes they can be got. Who'd you pick?
Yeah, that's true. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think if Tennessee has a chance, they got to pack it in. They got to pack it in. They got to make Michigan guards score 20. They can't let that big man get 20 points tonight.
Get them in foul trouble early.
Yep.
That's what Duke did, and that's why they won that game.
Uh-huh. And Tennessee does have a very good big man that can score and play defense.
So who'd you pick?
My heart say go with Tennessee. But my mind is saying
your betting finger says what?
Michigan. This was supposed to be, this game right here was supposed to set up my Final Four. Michigan and Florida.
That's
that was the only team that I thought was big enough and athletic enough to get in front of Michigan. So that's why I chose them. But I think if you make Michigan become a 3-point shooting team, they are not going to win, sir.
Until they start knocking them down.
Yeah.
Look, that's why Duke struggled for so long against St. John's last night. At one point, they were like 50% from the 3-point line. My dude, the guy looking like Sideshow Bob, was money from the 3-point line. I said, dang, it's going to be a long game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them teams that have nothing to lose, sometimes they come in there hot.
St. John's was hot down the stretch. I think they won 19 of the last 20 games of the season. So they were already hot. I think, and this is one of the reasons why I picked Duke to win. They don't, if someone is off, someone else steps up. They have outside shooting, they got inside presence, and they can score inside. They don't make mistakes to kill themselves. And that's to me is like one of the bigger things, because that game was touch and go until the last 4 minutes of the game. Then Duke pulled away. But literally, those last 4 minutes of the game, that level of execution when it really mattered most. Other teams can't do it.
The way you explain that, you know what? North Carolina could have used that, right?
Oh, he taking shots.
No.
Hey, he taking big shots.
Look, all I'm saying is I picked Carolina to win the first round and lose the second. Without Caleb Wilson, they're no good.
And I was just about to say that. If Caleb Wilson would have played, we might be talking about North Carolina instead of a few other teams.
Yep. But that's why I only picked them to win round 1, and that was it. Hey.
But they were up by like 18 points, right?
19, by the way.
I went to bed. I went to sleep.
Don't let Michigan lose. We gonna have an impromptu show if Michigan loses.
Ooh, hey, he gonna be lost in the sauce. He gonna be hot.
Look, I guarantee you, Michigan win. They win tonight.
Ooh,
he guaranteed it.
He guaranteed it. We might
guarantee a win tonight.
Is that Big Joker or Little Joker? Guarantee. Which one?
No. The one with no writing, guaranteed.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a very spirited long distance playbook. Shout out to those out there that checked in and listened, and hopefully you enjoyed yourself as we jump on Jay and his crazy shenanigans.
Rightfully so.
And always remember, if you are a veteran with a veteran-owned company and you want to be put advertisement or even sponsor us, help us out, right? Get us into everybody's living room. Be safe, do the right things. We'll see y'all next Saturday. Same back time, same back channel. Enjoy the rest of your March Madness, men's and women's opening weekend in baseball, and your NBA going on. And you know, when Mason come back, we're gonna have his NASCAR going. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all next Saturday.